So big question. I did put out a video if you guys want to check that out of like if Marcus dies, I quit, from Easy's hands. But I don't know if that's going to 100% happen. It probably won't. But, Easy and Marcus, that relationship is very interesting to me. But what interests me is what do you think about Easy's, even though he has done bad things for the club and he hasn't been squeaky clean from the beginning? What do you think about his descent to more of a darker kind of path where he now is embracing his decisions of maybe blowing up a kid, killing Conche, murdering people? Like he's okay with it at this point, killing Gaby. What do you guys think? I see a split of basically, Easy. You can't root for him anymore. He's not a very likable protagonist, and maybe you want to, you just can't watch the series too much because your dislike of Easy and where he's going. Or maybe you do like it. Maybe you like the rough and crazy Easy that's happening right now, and that's exactly what the club needs. Dan the Man thinks that there's a little bit of good in both, where it sucks to have like a protagonist that is not as likable. The problem with is JD Pardo does a good job with Easy. I think Ezekiel is a okay character. I don't never ever loved him, but he has moments where I'm like, okay, I can really get behind Easy. The problem is if you're going to compare it with Sons of Anarchy, because they're in the same universe, they're same setting, it's the same, rules that kind of apply. It's the same thing. It's like saying Yellowstone and like 18 whatever, like they're in the same stuff. That's you're going to compare the two. Charlie Hunnam, of course, was more of a charismatic psychopath. He was more charismatic. He was more charming. You understood his lifestyle. While JD, he even put out like why Easy's rise to the rank is he never was privileged with being like one of the founding members' sons or something like that. He had to rise up the ranks. And this is kind of the ways he has to do it. He has to be more aggressive. He has to be a killer. He's turning into he's going like Devin Booker, from Devin Booker to like Michael Jordan at this point, where he is not afraid to really kind of cuss you out, trash talk you, and if you say shit to him, he's going to come back at you. Like Conche did. Said shit to him, and it comes back and bites him in the ass. So I like both because there is something where if a protagonist came from the beginning and you liked him and he's not as rough around the edges like maybe other characters, but then he starts turning that way, especially with season 4, there is a chance where you like to see his downfall. And maybe some people want to see his downfall. I could kind of do. I kind of want to see at this point from where we were and where we are at right now. I kind of want to see his downfall. I kind of want to see Ezekiel die. A lot of people are pointing saying that Angel's probably going to do it, or Easy's going to do it the Jax way and do it himself somehow, some way. I'm all for it. I think Ezekiel's downfall is it's tragic, but it's not as tragic as Jax because I don't think a lot of us fans are really crazy to invested in Easy. We are kind of shocked on some of the things he does, and sometimes we do root for him, but I don't think it's going to be necessarily like tribute videos all over the place for Ezekiel's downfall. Now, I still am like mixed and split with Easy. I really felt like he was smarter than what I gave him for. He just really is starting to slip a lot, but he makes good decisions, but a lot of times his plans don't work, and then I don't know. Ezekiel is an interesting kind of, I'll give him that. He's an interesting character. He's kind of like, he's gone through a lot of women, with him, Emily, Gaby, and Sophia. Now he's done a lot for the club, whether it worked or it didn't work. He's gotten animosity towards Bishop, and Bishop doesn't like Easy at this point. His relationship with Marcus. So there is a lot of, this is the guy we've been following since season 1. So, and then also killing Dita, right? Dita was, I think that was the breaking point for sure. And then, of course, trying to blow up Conche and his whole crew. But even if he's still going towards this path, I would be invested in seeing his downfall. I just don't want to see him kill Marcus. Don't kill Marcus. But I would like to see his downfall, even if I'm starting not to like him. I think I'm starting to like Manny more than Easy, which is kind of crazy because Manny just barely came into the season. This is not a Walter White type transformation when he had in the beginning of the season of Breaking Bad, and then the evolution of that season 5, and then him telling his wife, like, I didn't do it for the family, I did it for myself, my selfish reasons, which I think is a little sprinkle of what Easy's kind of doing, where he is doing a little bit for himself, and it's just the excuse of doing it what's best for the club. I think he'll become a little bit more power hungry as we progress. But what do you guys think? Are you liking this Easy turn where he's slipping more into the darkness? Or did you like Ezekiel where he was a little bit more promising and he was a little bit more likable? Do you think he's still likable? Do you think he's dislikable? Let me know, you guys. I'm Danny Man, a.k.a. Daniel's son. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, share the video, push the like button, and then also comment below. I need to hear your guys' thoughts. All right, guys. I'm out of here.